Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be reviewing a 3D pen. Now you might be wondering, what is a printing pen? Well, it's basically if you know what a hot glue gun is, think of it as a hot glue gun, but instead of pushing out glue, it pushes out plastic. And you put these little filaments into it, and this is basically just a hard plastic filament. You feed it into the pen, and then out of the tip of the pen comes this plastic melted down. So you can actually use it for a bunch of different things. You can create 3D models. You can repair things that you have that might be broken, that are made of plastic. You could fix maybe a piece of your glasses chipped out of your frame. You could fill it in with that instead of having to go get new glasses. Depending on how artistic you are, you could make like 3D renderings, maybe of little houses. The one that I purchased actually comes with this. You'd basically trace this with the pen, then you pop the pieces off of here and you put it together, and you can make like a little bench with it. Now, you can do all kinds of stuff. You can, if you're giving a birthday present, or you make your own cards, maybe if you're a scrapbooker, you can use it to put embellishments on the card. You can use it for decorations. You can, for the holidays, you can make like 3D Easter eggs to put around. You can embellish Christmas ornaments with it. So basically what I did, I'm actually going to show you something that I made at the end of this video. It's pretty cool. I'll give you a hint. It's a dragon. But you can also use this to make, you could print your own action figures. Kids love it, but if you're going to let your kids use it, make sure you watch them, because the tip of the gun gets hot, and it is really something that you have to have adult supervision for anybody, for a young kid to use it, or they can burn themselves pretty bad. Now, they have different types of guns. There's a 3-doodler, which is the very popular 3D gun, 3D printing gun. I went on Amazon and I looked for one. This one here I purchased was like $40, and you're also going to need to purchase filaments to go in it. I ordered this package of filaments, and as you can see, there's like a ton of them in here. They come in all different colors. One thing that you will have to be aware of is that they come in different size millimeters, the thickness of these. Make sure that the millimeter of this is compatible with your gun. Because if it's not, it won't fit in the gun and you will not be able to use it. This filament pack that I bought online, they sell them anywhere from like $15 to like $100, depending on what colors you're getting, and depending on what company makes it. The gun usually does come with filaments. I got all these for like $15, again, on Amazon. If you're gonna order something from Amazon, what I do, if you're not familiar with the product, is look at how many reviews the product has. If it has like 50 or more reviews, then I would say those reviews are pretty accurate. Look for a lot of reviews and the highest amount of stars that you can get. That will ensure that the product you're getting is of a good quality, because I've heard horror stories about these things breaking after 5 minutes. This one I already used for an entire project, which I'm going to show you at the end of this. I'm going to give you a little demonstration of how to load the pen, how to use it. So basically, when you get the pen, it comes with a power source. Some of them are portable, where you can charge them and there's a battery in it that holds the charge. Those ones are expensive, and I don't know how long the charge lasts. I've heard that the charge can last for up to 4 hours. Some of these projects actually take days. The dragon that I made, which I will reveal at the end of the video, took me about half an hour. And when you look at the detail in it, you're gonna be like, wow, that's pretty good for half an hour. But this comes with, it came with its own package of filaments, which I already opened. There was like a gray, there was a green, and there was this orange one, which I'm gonna put in the pen because I think it'll show up better on camera, just to show you how to use the item. So obviously you'll get a user manual. I would suggest, if you've never used one of these pens before, that you just pop it open and look at, it'll tell you how to feed the filaments into it. It'll tell you what temperature you should be setting it to. Some of them you can adjust the temperature depending on which type of plastic this is. The one that I have has that as well. So now let me just show you the pen. So I have mine plugged in. It's heating up because you have to let it heat up before you can use it, just like a hot glue gun. On this end of it, you'll see the power source, and this hole right here is where you would put the filament into it. Then there are indicators on here which tell you, it lights up green, I believe. Right now it's on pause. If you don't use it for a couple of minutes, it will pause. This LED readout over here tells you what temperature it is at. You can raise or lower the temperature depending on what kind of plastic you're using. You'll see that green light just lit up. That means that I can load the plastic filament into it. And then you have, like this one has a speed where you can have it come out real fast, or you can have it come out real slow if you're doing like a delicate project. And then these buttons here, this is to, if you're done with one color and you need to switch it out to another color, you hit this and it will pop it out. This one here feeds it down into the machine, and you're gonna hold it while you're drawing, sort of like a trigger to press it out of the gun. So I'm actually going to try to feed this in right now. So basically I'm just sticking it in to the feeder hole, and then I'm going to press this button, which is going to push it down into the machine. Now I had this problem before where it wouldn't feed. I don't know if that is because of the gun or if that is because it's too hot or not hot enough. So I'm actually just gonna put you guys on pause for a minute. It's saying that it's low, so I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. I'm going to try it one more time. If not, I'll pause it and I'll just feed it in, and then we'll pick up from there. Okay, so I got to figure this out, so let me pause you. Okay, I'm back. So basically, I think what I messed up with is I didn't extrude the one before it when I was done with my project. So just make sure that you extrude the one before it, before you try to put a new one in. So now, as you can see, you basically just load it in and you press this button. And right now I'm showing you how it's just feeding right into there from this little slinky of plastic. I'm going to tip you guys down a little bit so you can kind of see what's going on. Okay, so it's just feeding down until it gets down into the nozzle. Okay, so now it's down into the nozzle, and you can see how it basically is just like a little stringy thing. Let's just pull that off. You can see how it kind of just goops out. People actually use this to do 3D projects as well, where you can sort of make like a little string. And then this, you'll see the plastic hardens like pretty much immediately. But you can also go onto websites and they have these, which is, you go on there and you print out these templates. This is the template I used, by the way, to make my dragon, and I will post a link to the website that offers these free templates. I think it's the 3Doodler website. And you can print these out, and then you pop them off the paper and you glue them. You know, you don't glue them, but you plastic them all together, and they make the item that you want to make. So I'm just going to show you now. I'm just going to make sort of a line on here. It's a little bit difficult for me. I'm doing it backwards so that you can see. But you'll see it just kind of shoots the plastic out. So that's the basic concept of how you get the plastic out of it. And then once it's dry, you can lift it off of the paper. I'm assuming that you can use like a shiny kind of paper, maybe a wax paper. It might lift off easier sometimes when you pull it off. It does have a little bit of paper on the back of it. So, what was that? So, that's basically how it just extrudes it out. On these, you're gonna take it, you're gonna take the color. Oh, and by the way, the tip of this thing is really hot, so you probably don't want to touch it because it can burn you. So for something like what's on this paper here, when you're doing these sort of templates here, you would basically just trace it. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to trace this real quick. I'm being a little bit sloppy now. I also have it on the wrong speed, but I just don't want to change it right now. This right here would be the dragon's tail. So you trace it, you fill it in. By the way, you can also change filaments to change the color of it. And you can really get creative with it. If you're very artistic, there are a lot of applications for this thing. So really the sky's the limit as far as creativity goes. I'm not very good artistically. I can't even really draw a straight line. So I have to sort of do these template pieces if I want to make anything. And I'll actually show you in a minute what the dragon looks like that I created. So you'll see here, this is a dragon's tail. And basically you're just gonna, what I do is I just kind of rock it a little bit to get it off the paper. This one seems to be coming off with a lot of paper on it. But the first ones didn't, probably because the paper is a little roughed up now from me doing the original ones on it. So you might want to print more than one template if you're going to make more than one of the same item. But then you'll see you have this little dragon's tail. And yeah, it has these little strings on it and stuff. You can actually sand them down and make it perfect if you want to. So now you can imagine you can make basically any shape with this thing. You can also make 3D shapes, like you could make a cube with it. You can build, I saw people online making doll houses and these like elaborate, one of them looked like an engine block that you could keep paper clips and all these other kind of things in it. It's going to take a lot of filaments to do that, so make sure you order extra filaments with it. And so now here comes the dragon that I made. Isn't that pretty cool? But, you know, it's a little dragon. After you take all these pieces, like this would be his tail. I made mine all in green, but, you know, and then you take the pieces and you put them on each other and you use the gun again to sort of solder them together with the filament. So this thing is very cool. Like I said, they actually make kid-friendly ones, kid-friendly guns, where you can make sure that the tip of it doesn't get too hot. It has like a case around it, so you could use it at like kids' birthday parties, or your kid could use it for like arts and crafts. But I actually made this cool little dragon. I mean, he's got these little wings, and he kind of has like, he could stand up on his own. He did fall over before, but I just think it's cool. So and by the way, I'm not very artsy fartsy. So this is, if I can make this, and you're a very artistic person watching this, then I could only imagine the things that you could make with this pen. Like I said, if you're gonna buy one of these pens, the 3 Doodler is very, I guess, highly recommended. They're a little bit more expensive. I think they start around $99 from what I saw. The one that I got, again, was like 40 bucks, and then I spent like another 15 on these sort of no-name filaments to go into it, so I could use different colors. If you buy the name brand filaments, you're gonna pay more money. This is the one that came with it, and it seems to be working pretty well. You can, like I said, get templates online. There are thousands of them, and in the link, in the description, in the bottom, I'm gonna post a link to the place where I got this one, where I got this template for free. They have like little blueprints on there for all kinds of things, birdhouses and arts and crafts, and just pretty much anything that you can think of you can do with this. Anything that you can make, you can probably make with this. Yeah, so that's cool for people who can't afford those big giant 3D printers. Where? But yeah, so it's relatively inexpensive. You could get a cheap one. Just make sure that it has good reviews before you buy it, or you might get stuck with one that's not very good. And that's it. Very simple, very quick. This took me half an hour, and I made my own 3D little dragon, complete with flame breath, flame shooting from the side of my face. What movie is that from? You know. So that's basically it. And you could do, like I said, tons of stuff with this, all kinds of arts and crafts projects, and you can repair other plastic items with it. If you break your favorite blah, 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 you can now fix it. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does make a big difference. Share it and subscribe if you want more videos like this. I'm probably going to be doing more. I wanted to make, there's one of them that you can make that is a 3D superhero action figure that actually moves and his legs move and you can pose him and stuff. I wasn't going to start out with that. It looks kind of hard. But, but yeah, so that's it. 3D pens. If you're a very crafty person, if you think that it's something that would be fun for your kids, if you're going to watch them and make sure that they're very safe with it. It's a really cool, I love it. I think it's pretty awesome. Also, like mine goes to sleep if you don't use it for over a minute. So that's what it's doing right now. It's heating back up. But yeah, it is, I think it's pretty cool. And it's fun. I want to see if I could do, somebody did this little, oh, nope, that's not going to work. I want to see if I can do, and yeah, they're a little bit temperamental, so you got to kind of play with them a little bit. This one, it just seems like the stuff is coming out too fast for me to do. But yeah, you could do like 3D sculptures and all kinds of stuff with this. And you'll see there from the templates that are on there, you can make like just so many different things. So check it out. I'm going to put the link below to the different templates that you can get. I'm not going to put a link to the pen because I want you to do a little bit of research and find out which one will work best for you. This is the one that worked best for me, but it might not be the one that works best for you. You might want the 3Doodler. And good luck. And if you actually get one and use the pen, let me know so I can see what you've made. All right, and like I said, this is my first creation. And for somebody who can't even draw a straight line, I think this came out pretty cool. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it.